every once in a while, I'll get a comment that says something like, "Oh, why are your messages so negative? Why are you never positive?" Which, first of all, that's not true. I don't know where y'all are coming from, but my messages are very positive. Even if it's a message about opposition, which in life, you're always going to face some sort of opposition, whether it's a person, whether it's a thing, whether it's a habit, whether it's a place. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, which means you're always going to be faced with some form of opposition in life. There's levels to the opposition, right? And I talk about that a lot in my message, but I talk about it in a way to empower people. But every once in a while, someone will come along and say, "Oh, your message is negative and whatever." And it's like, honey, all of my messages have a title on it. Okay. So if you click on a message that obviously says in the title, the ops are plotting or whatever, you chose to click on that message that has a title that clearly says what the message is about. But if you stay for the entire message, I guarantee you will leave feeling empowered by the end of it. And if you don't feel empowered by the end of my message, then there's something else going on internally where you probably don't need to watch any more spiritual messages because it could be messing with your heart or your mind, or me, you are just not aligned, or the message is simply just not for you. Okay, but my intention is to never get on here and spread like fear in people. I'm completely, utterly against that, which is why I do not practice religion, because religion is definitely very fear based. I'm a very spiritual person. And I'm also very practical and realistic as well. I'm very balanced. So I understand that there's a balance to things. There's a spiritual aspect, but there's also a very practical aspect to it as well. I have over 98,000 subscribers on my YouTube, and I've had like over 14 million views. Do you honestly think that every single person who comes across my video, life is all peaches and rainbows and sunshine? No, that's not realistic. There are people who actually get plotted against at work. There are people who actually get plotted against by their family or their significant other. There's people who actually get cheated on. There's people who actually get stolen from and lied to, and opportunities stolen from them, or whatever the case may be. My purpose is not to highlight the opposition, the negativity. My purpose is to be obedient to God and spread the message that God asks me to spread, even when it makes me uncomfortable, which I've said it makes me uncomfortable sometimes to speak on these things. But the reason that God gave me the word is because God knows that I have the ability to empower people and bring a sense of peace and calm by the end of the message. And I also am someone who has faced a lot of opposition in their life, unfortunately, since I was a child. And I know how to handle opposition. I know how to handle the ops. Okay. I know how to step on a hater like that by doing nothing. And that's the purpose of me spreading my message. I want to enlighten people. I want to empower people, but I also want to show them how you handle a hater, how you handle a op with grace and class. Okay. That is my purpose. And most of the time, people who come across my videos, whether it be on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, y'all were certified crash outs back in the day. Y'all were certified hotheads. Y'all have really been through some things. Y'all have been through similar things as me, which is why you found me, okay? I'm not claiming to be anybody's savior, but I am somebody who is obedient to what my purpose is in life, which is why I'm so successful with spreading my message to people, and I have been able to reach a lot of people because God's whispered in my ear, said, "Sid, I need you to tell them this." I said it, and the people who align with it, and the people who don't. But do yourself a favor. If spiritual messages and even religious messages have you feeling some type of way, don't watch them and don't click on them. Even if you have to stay off of social media for a while and do a social media detox, that's an amazing idea. But do not project your insecurity and your fear and your self-doubt or whatever you have going on onto me or any other messenger, because we're doing something that's very hard. It's very hard to use my spiritual gifts. I get judged all day long. A lot of times people will try to call you crazy and say that you're not making any sense, or they'll call you false. Like, that's something that you really deal with when you're spiritually gifted and you're trying to use your gifts, especially somebody who is prophetic. That's hard. And a lot of times we don't get the credit we deserve. A lot of times we don't get the support we deserve. And people want to use us for our messages and how beautiful our energy is and how we make them feel. But then they'll turn around and not even support you fully, or they'll be extremely judgmental if they don't like the message that you're putting out. Okay. So y'all be careful. I'm not here to force anybody to do anything or be anything, but keep it cute in my comment section. If you don't like what I have to say, that is perfectly fine. I'm not here to be liked. Again, I'm here to be obedient. And there's a place for you. And I just really pray and hope that you find it.